Good morning, fellow generous of the YouTube community. And welcome to the darkness once again. I'm just choosing this type of voice, as something relatable, something comfortable. Something that in this case is wholesome, chipper, fun. Because why? Because I'm giving you guys a little bit of dose of reality checking. See, that's something very, very few people do on this miserable platform. They never tell realities. They always tell perverted lies and deceptions and misconceptions of what the truth really is. You see, life is like a game. You just got to know how to play it. Huh? You got to know how to, it's like a chessboard. You've got to know how to put your pieces carefully on the board, and you've got to know how to play them. Because think about it. Once your king is knocked away, the game's over. You lose. Am I right? That's the way chess is played, right? Once the king is taken, the game's over. It's done. Isn't that the way the life is as well? Once you put your final card on the table, once you play your final chess piece, then the game's over. Then it's done. Right? Well, what if you could take that very same game and start it over and over and over and over and over again? Because technically you do, every single day. Every single day you wake up. Every single day you go to sleep. When you go to sleep, the game resets itself. And then the next day, you're playing the game again. And here you are, back in the trenches once more. Wondering what kind of angle am I going to have today? What kind of so-called plan that we have to conquer the day's events? Well, if you ask me, it's just a joke. And even to a guy like me, that's cold. That's true. See, life can sometimes be just a bad joke or a bad rewrite. But guess what? Here's the difference. You could rewrite the story. You could change what's about to happen into something else. And here's how you're going to do it. You can do it by every single day working hard, grinding, changing the script, molding it, shaping it to your advantage, to you. Make life work for you, not you working for life. That's sad. That's a pathetic way of living, and you know it. That's a slave-driving way of living. And I'm personally not a slave. Then again, I'm never a man with a plan, am I? No, not. Even if I'd like to be. You see, I know I'm not like them. I may talk like it, but I'm not. No, no, I'm not. I'm very much different. Now, let's see what we're watching here. Yeah, we unfortunately heard that. Yes, Wally Cunningham did pass away, but that woman left one heck of a legacy behind. She'll always be missed, but she'll always be remembered. You see, now, that's a prime example of what we should all be doing. Do something that's going to make you remembered. Do something that's going to make people never forget about you. They'll always be talking about you. Like, I'm just gonna give an example. Gets kind of off topic, but I'm gonna give you an example. I don't know if you guys know about Wally Cunningham, but I do, because I've seen it. Even though, I'm in the dark and all this, but I've seen a lot. And for weeks, for months, people were saying that Lolly was fake. That she's just making believe and blah, 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 blah. Well, here's the actual reality of the thing. And this is true. This is a true statement. We all play characters on here or on other platforms. We all play characters. Nobody's actually 100% real. I mean, look at me. I'm playing a character on here as well. Am I 100% real? Now, right now, I'm not. But in other realms and other locations and other places, I am. Because you see, I myself suffer from paranoid schizophrenia. You know what that is? Do you know what that entails? That entails a severe distortion of reality as you know it. That's what I have very, very strongly. And that's why I make different channels with different accounts and different personalities. Because it helps with the multiple personalities, if you know what I mean. It gives me an opportunity to let my other personalities out and roaming around, so to speak. Just like now. You want to know about Arizona? Go check on his channel. He's there. If you want to know about me, well, I'm right here. This, right now, is the voice that I choose to be, for now. If you want to know what I really am, if you want to know what my true form is, well, that's easy. All you have to do is turn your lights off. Look in the deepest, darkest places of your mind. And that's where you'll find me. That's where you'll see me constantly. Because I don't live within the light. I don't. I never have. Because I was never taught how to live within the light. I was taught how to live in the dark, decadent places of the world that nobody else wants to even think about living or even existing. Because they don't know how to survive in it. They don't know how to live in it. They don't know how to embrace it. They don't know how to make themselves the most unstoppable force, the most impenetrable and immovable person the world has ever seen. Because they're afraid. They're afraid of what they don't understand, so therefore they shut it. They shut it out. They block it away. But in actual reality, I'm no more different than what you are. Than what we all are. Which is human beings, but very primitive in our ways of thinking, our ways of acting, and our ways of being. Because we're afraid of one thing, and that's what kills us in the end. Grim reality. That's what we're afraid of. That's what all of us are afraid of. We're terrified of it. We would rather spend our lives in this fake little bubble that we live in and, just be chipper and conservative. Well, I'm sorry, but don't make me sick. Because life's not that way. No, it's not. Even if you'd like for it to be. But it's not. You see, life is like a battleground. But you've got to choose your battles wisely. And you've got to understand one thing, exactly what the hell are you actually fighting for? What are you fighting for? What do you really look for when you're on this platform? Or when you're on this planet, basically? And I noticed somebody came in here, probably a fake account, saying that I talk nonsense. Is that because you're so dipped into the alternate reality that you don't understand what anybody's saying at all? Maybe you don't really understand yourself. Seriously. You don't really understand yourself, do you? And by the way, I know the certain individual that you were fighting with. And let me tell you, I've got to do something for you that I haven't done with you in a long time. I've got to give you props. You did really good. I'm proud of you. We all are. Because you put him back in his place. Kudos to you. Kudos. Hey, I've got to give professional people, their dues I've got to give credit where credit is due. And you did a mighty fine job. For real. I think you are sorely underestimating me, sir. I'm not his friend. I never have been. Has he ever been in here? Nope. Will he ever be in here? No. So quit trying to make believe like you're trying to simp for him. Dork. Right? This is Dave 25, right? I figured it was. Because he's the only one stupid enough to come in here in a stream like this. The real Smooth Buzz, he wouldn't even bother coming in here. See, you're saying the same exact things. Now that's a Mark Terry statement. You know that. Is this maybe penis breath? Sounds like it. Because he was the last one that called me trash. So this is one of Penis Breath Green's troll accounts. Nice. Nice job. Well, at least one thing is for sure. You're giving me content, and I appreciate that. But you know, I was actually giving you a compliment. And you're going to continually attack me? When I purposely made Arizona block him out of everything. You should be happy about that. You should be celebrating, right? Drinking beers, you know. Today's Saturday. What are we doing complaining each other about Triple T is online for? Besides, you have no clue as to who I am. And I don't know who you are either. So we're just a couple of strangers winding up being on YouTube, right? And I appreciate that you say, now I know who that is. So, out of respect, I think I'm just going to hide you. Because that was not a cool thing to do. And you know that. That was disrespectful, to say the least. You know, I've never doxed anybody on here in my whole entire life. And I never will. And when somebody comes up on here doxing a friend of mine and doing that, well, that just goes to show you how of a low-grade scumbag they really are. So you, my friend, just showed the world who you really are and what you're really about. Sorry about that, folks. Just had a little bit of grown folks business. You know how that is. You know, business is business. But like I said, that wasn't the real one. Because I know the real one wouldn't be doing a scumbag thing like that. That's the big difference. But you know, I'm kind of glad that that person did, because that person showed the whole YouTube who he really is and what he's really about. And you know, I didn't even have to do a thing. All I did was gave him a little push. And then out it came. To show everybody who he really is and what he's really about. No, it wasn't Nelson, it was somebody else. Somebody like, let's say, Mr. Dave Dickhead 25, trying to get notoriety on a platform that he has no business being on. Once again, because his ass is so goddamn fat. And he can never find his dick. And I'm sorry, but that's not my problem. You're the one that's got the teeny weeny, not me. So, we all have our problems, don't we? Shame that you have that one. And you leave like the coward that you really are. Look at you go. I told you the truth, and you ran away. Got you. Right there. All of that was Dork 25 trying to start stuff between me and Nelson and the rest of the people on YouTube. Nice try, but I caught you in your little act. See, you're jealous and pissed off because Nelson threw you to the curb and doesn't want anything to do with you at all. And you know what? Good for him. I hope he keeps it up. I really hope he does. I hope he stays as far away from Dave's fat ass as he possibly can. Because that way, he'll be a lot better off than you. Right? Mr. I fight over Nathan hot dogs, right? Mr. I live with my grandma, right? Does that bother you, Dave? That you live with your grandma rotting in a basement? Well, I have the life that you wish you had. It's shameful, isn't it? Really is. That's what it is. That's why you can't keep Arizona's name out of your mouth. Because why? Because he's living the high life. Me? I just have whatever life I get. Well, I'm not married, for one. Kids to speak of, no. Arizona does, but I don't. I'm something else. Something else entirely. And all I can say is that person that came in, "Welcome to my parlor," said the spider to the fly. Because after all, you showed up here like a fool. I didn't show up over there. You came in trying to get a rise out of me. When I got a rise out of you and you showed your true colors, 100%. You just showed the whole entire YouTube what type of a coward you really are, fat boy. Right? You just showed what kind of a coward you are. And I find that a beautiful sight. I really do. Because of that little action right there, the whole entire YouTube saw that, and therefore they're going to think worse of you because of it. So bravo. Bravo. You just showed your true colors, and I am loving every second of it. The proof is in the pudding on how much of a foul individual you really are. You're just showing it off, little by little, piece by piece. As you just did, supposedly doxing Arizona's name. That just goes to show you are a real lifer too. Just like you did with, remember when Sven Johnson was here? You literally trolled him to death, didn't you? You caused that poor old man to die because of you. That's because of your actions. Right, fat boy? You caused him to die because of it. And you took his account and you made fun of it and you made money off of it. That's just sad. Profiting off of a dead man? God, as if you could sink no lower. Shame on you, Dave. Shame on you. Profiting off of a dead man. Wow. And even to a guy like me, that's just cold. But, once again, the joke's on you, not on me. Because after all, I'm not profiting off of a dead man. You are. And that is just sad, sad commentary. And then you come in my chat crying the blues because I do better by just barely doing anything. That's what pisses you off, doesn't it? That's what aggravates you to the core, right? Right, fat boy? That aggravates you. That just eats you alive. That a simple nobody like me can actually do good by barely doing anything but annoy the ever-living shit out of you by being a success. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is perfect proof that to really annoy your enemies, to really annoy your haters, just be successful and be who you are. And that is the true thing. That's what pisses them off the most. And when you ignore them, that even fires their furnace even more. Oh, isn't life a joke? Isn't life great? Life is wonderful. Especially when you're in control. Because you see, I'm in perfect control over myself and over my actions. But the other dude on the other side isn't. Old fat boy. Because he fights with his dad over a Nathan hot dog. Over a hot dog. Well, he does love the wieners, so I get it. And Nelson, I'm sorry if I even included you in any of this. Because you're not even a part. This is all Fat Boy's doing. This is the perverted asshole that goes after young girls and young children. There's proof of that. Because how many times has he said crap about Arizona's daughter? effing her and shit like that. How many times? And he still says it to this day. Remember when he said that about Tina and Albert too? He said that too, didn't he? There's proof of that as well. But I hope to God that one day Tina breaks free and says, you know what? I'm not going to support Dave because he is a pathetic fucking loser. I hope Tina wises up and says, you know what? Dave is not worth the outhouse paper he's printed on. And you know what would kick him in the balls the worst? Just completely ignoring him from existence. And you know who taught me that? Good old Stephen C. 1994. He taught me that. He said the best way to get back at somebody is to impress them with your silence. Impress them with your absolute stone cold silence. That's just the way to do it. Now I do admit, old fat boy's probably laughing right now, eating a few donuts, downing what? A whole full, large, extra large Papa John's pizza by himself. Damn. Talk about a lot of room in there. Fuck. That's a lot of fucking food. At least he wasn't fighting with his dad over it. Wait a minute. He probably was. That's why he locked himself up in the car, right? Now that's funny. That's funny. And where'd you get that strawberry soda from? Out of the trash can or what? Some dono person came in and said, here's my extra chicken nuggets. I didn't want them, so you can have them. Mister, I never pay for anything in my whole entire life. How many donuts did you eat today there, Davy boy? Oh, about 300. I'd say about 24, judging the size of your gut. Golly, it's a wonder you have to grease yourself just to fit in the goddamn door. Jesus. And you want to come in here and dox me and fuck with me like that? You're just an idiot. And I just owned your ass today. Like I own you every day. Because I'm a success. You? You're just wishing you were. You had it all once. Till you foolishly pissed it away. Now look at you. Going on other people's channels, begging for views, begging for attention. Sad. Very sad. And then on the top of that, you're begging for cash apps and bullshit to feed your fucking fast food habit, right? That's what I thought. You're fake as a phony banana and everybody knows it. And pretty soon, you'll go from having a whole bunch of people in your chat to having absolutely no one. Because why? Because you're sad, pathetic, disgusting, fat little man. That's all you will be. You're not even a man. You're just considered a little boy. Because why? Because you don't know what it's like to work for a living. You don't know what it's like to earn things, do you? Nothing. Oh. What is up, Sans? How are you doing? Hopefully you'll be nice to me this time. Well, that's good. That's good. So, are you a fellow miscreant in society, or are you an everyday Joe? I mean, I'm just wondering how I can talk to you. You know, how I should address you. Are you part of the good crew or part of the naughty crew? Either way, it's all good. Oh, you're the hood crew, huh? Awesome. Good. Good. I'm pretty much hood myself, you know. I am a professional thug, you know. That's what they say, anyway. But, you know, I'm just a man with a crazy, crazy way of just skating through life, just living. Oh, that's okay. It's all right. Because I tell you what, I'm not 100% good. I'm not 100% bad either. I'm right in the middle where I should be. Because personally, I don't like being 100% good. And I don't like being 100% bad either. I just do things. After all, do I look like, do I sound like a man with a plan? No, I'm not. I'm not. I never have a plan. You see, these plans are the sick, perverted ways that society uses to control people. To control and flip the narrative to their advantage. That's what it all is. But here's what you have to do. You have to decide one thing. Do you want to be controlled for the rest of your life? Or do you want to dare to be your own person? Dare to go against the grain? Dare to be the person that you want to be and express your full potential? See, a lot of people have potential. A lot of people have that unstoppable drive to keep going. But yet, they hold themselves back. They keep themselves caged. Saying, oh, I'll never make the grade, or I'll never be anything. Well, you're just filling your head with hypocritical bullshit. That's what you're filling your head with. See, we all have hidden potential. We all have hidden talents that we don't even realize we have. Because why? Because we don't have the guts to use them. And that's the problem in life, isn't it? That's the irony of living. Right? Is not being able to utilize your full potential because you solely restrict yourself from it. Just you by yourself. But imagine if you were to break those chains. Imagine if you were to break free and say, you know what? I'm not going to let society dictate what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. who I'm going to be and who I'm not going to be. I'm going to be my own person. I'm going to do my own thing. And if people don't like it, well, that's unfortunate for them then. Because they're missing out on the blossoming end, the beginning of a brand new person, of a brand new era, of a brand new chapter in history that you yourself will create. Think about it. We all have hidden potential in this world. We do. Now, it's about time I let you listen to who I really am instead of what I portray to be. Now, you understand my voice has changed. My tone has changed. My sense of well-being has changed. I am not from this world. I am from ancient Egypt. I have been locked in the tombs for centuries. And I am slowly rising up from the depths of the earth to this world. And soon the old ways will become from the past to the present. I will become king once more, but not to rule. No. I refuse to rule. Instead, I will aid mankind instead of ruling over them. By bringing forth the old ways and the old practices that were long since forgotten by the ways of time. For years, centuries, mankind has hid things from me. Mankind has hid my existence. But I will tell you this. The past will become the present. I will rise once more. Ancient Egypt will rise. It's already happening. Look at the way the world is. Look at the way the world was, and look at the way the world will become. Think about it. One ruler to rule them all. Can you imagine us having a single body, a single mind, with one controlative narrative? Balance. Balance. You understand what balance is? Balance is the beginning of all things. Balance is basically the should I say the solution to the equation that we all once knew. In order to maintain balance, one must maintain a sense of order, a sense of discipline, a sense of structure. Can you imagine me being a king here? And the earth would be my kingdom. It will happen one day. I will return. But until then, I bid you farewell. Until then, I will return. You can bet on it. Now, I will return to a voice more suitable for you. Sorry, folks. You know, I had to go out and stretch my legs every now and then. You know what I mean? Had to. Huh. You know, I had to stretch out my legs every now and then. You know. Just for the entertainment factor, you know what I mean? Yeah. Unless you liked it, unless you liked what I was talking about, then of course I'll go back to it. Are you that bored? I think you're probably bored, but that's okay. But anyway, I think I've talked pretty much enough on here. So you guys take care, and perhaps I'll see you around the gravestones later. So, later on, guys. Peace.